Kessler Foundation. Discoveries that change lives.
Finding new ways to aid recovery after stroke.
We're pleased in the Kessler Foundation's Stroke Rehabilitation Research Lab to be looking at the hidden impact of stroke on people's lives. So usually we identify stroke as being a problem that causes paralysis, causes people to look different, to walk differently. Unfortunately, the mental challenges that people face after stroke with memory, with their ability to use their vision functionally, with their language and communication are not as evident to the people around them, but they're just as devastating to the way that they can recover and resume their free lives. In our laboratory, we're looking at a number of different methods of treating these kind of problems. And in particular, functional visual problems may be treated by using simple measures such as wearing glasses that displace the visual world.
Prism adaptation treatment has been developing in stroke lab for 5 years now. The prism goggle will shift his visual field about 12 degrees from the left side to the right side. Even though the prism goggle is a visual device, it actually works on the motor deficit of spatial neglect. Currently, we're working with occupational therapists to develop a clinically feasible prism adaptation treatment procedure for OTs to use in clinical setting.
Here at the Kessler Foundation, we're going beyond the clinical trial and we're trying to look at the mechanisms and recovery of gait in the stroke population using the new technology, the walk-aid device by Innovative Neurotronics. We're comparing the ankle-foot orthotic, which is the standard of care, to the walk-aid and looking at how gait changes. So we're looking not only at the ankle, which is what the device is mainly intended to do. It's mainly intended to help lift the foot during walking, to help a condition called drop foot. And drop foot is a condition that happens after stroke when the foot is not able to be lifted or it's weaker. It's not able to be lifted during gait, during the swing phase. So the walk-aid attempts to stimulate the peroneal nerve to help lift that foot and assist with gait, whereas the AFO keeps the foot at that 90-degree angle in a static position.
We came up, had an interview, and we were eligible to do the walk-aid, so I've been in it now for 6 months, which is great.
Although I'm limited by the amount of spasticity that I have, which makes my muscles really tight, but hopefully with using the device they're going to loosen up somewhat. My walk will get faster, more stable, and more even.
I can walk better and I can walk further.
It gave him a new purpose and a new direction and a job. He's very proud, I think, of participating in this, and he's done very well.
The more you study about the mobility and moving, it's not just simply, physical things. It's, it's emotional and neuropsychological factors are really a big impact on the mobility. And I want to put all these physical and the emotional and the neuropsychological aspect all together so we can do intervention, very specific, domain-specific intervention can be done.
Bridging the gap from research to employment. A community center that addresses the long-term needs of people with aphasia.
Kessler Foundation came in right at the beginning of our thrust with something special, which is our special initiative and certainly meets our mission. It's helping people with aphasia, as well as their caregivers and volunteers are involved too, to create special gift items, we call it. And as many of our members with aphasia used to be employed, were productive members of the community, we're feeling very challenged. So we found this outlet. We have worked with Eunice Bastillo, who was a person with aphasia who had a talent and interest in jewelry. Partnered up with another one of our members, Rebecca Iovino, who was an architect, who's very creative, and they started teaching the other members with aphasia how to make beautiful jewelry and now gift items too. Last year alone, we brought in $40,000 back into the program just by selling this jewelry alone and the gift items. And now we've launched a website. The Kessler Foundation has helped us to launch this new website, produce a catalog, so we're getting orders from all over the world, and we're very excited about it. I mean, that's how we see the Adler Aphasia Center. We're a hope center. There's a place for people to come and get on with their lives.
It's allowed myself and the people to say, I can do it. As before, that we started from just doing beats jewelry by ourselves. Now we can say, hey, we can go out to a flea market, or we can do something and be really that we can go out there, be productive, because I didn't think that I could ever be productive.
Kessler Foundation. Discoveries that change lives.